Welcome to another episode of
Guess the DJ. Shut up and DJ. Sorry.
Guess which DJ, Atang? Which DJ are you guessing?
Shit. No.
No. We can't have this. We gotta
Shut up and DJ. Not guess the DJ. Shut up and DJ. Why are we guessing DJs? There's no need.
We're not guessing.
Why are we guessing DJs? There's no need.
You are Atang.
I am Atang.
I am Martin says.
Indeed. So there's nobody to guess.
You don't need to. No guessing games here.
Exactly.
The first thing I want to know is, why are you a DJ? Why?
Well, is it more to do with like why I started DJing or why I want to be on the decks?
You have to answer both questions now.
Both questions. Okay. Why I started DJing. DJing for me, surprisingly enough, started in this, actually quite literally in this spot.
Bring out your mic.
Oh shit, it fell. Anyway, started off in actually this exact spot. There wasn't one CDJ actually. There was a den over here, and it started off because I felt like my photography was like lacking, and I needed
your photography.
Yeah, because I'm a photographer as well, right? So I felt like I was severely lacking motivation. I didn't know like what I was doing. I just felt like my work was shit. And everybody has that. Like as an artist, I feel like everybody has like moments where they're like, like what the fuck am I doing and all of that.
I should just mention that your work is not shit.
Yeah.
So let's start with that.
Yeah. Now I realize my worth and everything. It was a dark time. And so
we're thankful.
Yes.
Thankful for your life.
And so, yeah, I just sort of picked up DJing because I was shooting with a lot of DJs. I was in and involved with music a lot. And I was like, hey, let me just learn this skill, one, as an alternative creative release, and two, as just like, helping myself understand what DJs are doing so that my live clips or when I'm taking photos, it helps, right? And so, yeah, I started off, it was good, and I fell in love. There's a certain, like, emotion that you get from just literally, like, switching the bases. It's, like, insane. And it's almost like on the dance floor, you are in control of like, how people move, how they vibe, and all of that. And that's like a crazy, like it's crazy. It's like an amazing feeling.
Do you know why I think you're a DJ?
Why do you think I'm a DJ?
The reason why I encourage you to be a DJ is because you know too much. You're an ITK.
What's an ITK now?
I too know. in colloquial language, pidgin English. And from the first time I met you, you're filming our DJ sets, right? And you seem to know way more music than the average person. There was that for me. And then the second thing was, there's this, let's call it a diversity hire. In Toronto, there's a huge lack of Southern Africans playing Southern African music.
True.
So, first thought that came to my mind is we need to encourage the ones that actually know what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
They need to be on the decks.
They need to step up.
They're the ones that need to step up. So when I meet somebody like you, I'm like, okay. Hey, let's get this party moving. Let's get this party moving for real.
Yeah. So, man, it's definitely like, I think one of the most rewarding experiences ever. Like if, and music's always just been in my life, right? I sang from a like early age in like church choirs. I've done a cappella. So music has always just been there. And so having that opportunity to sort of, I don't know, like express myself in front of people, it's like a blessing. It's like crazy. It's insane, man. Yeah.
I love that for you. And I love the way you've embraced it in terms of what you bring to dance floors, first of all. I've seen you DJ a few times, mostly in this apartment right here.
Exactly.
And there's so much energy. Even me, like, I'm jealous. I'm jealous of the amount of energy that you're able to bring into. Speaking of the devil, yeah, that's just an ordinary day.
Yeah.
This track is called Hey Hey by Dak Apple and Katie Amore.
Originally by Dennis Ferrer.
Originally.
Yeah. Released Undefected.
You see? He just knows his stuff.
But you know what? I think for me it's 0 or 1, dog. You can't, if you're in something, you need to full send it. You fully need to send it. No joke. Like, you drop blood
Into it.
Like, you know, because it helps so much. And when you're so in tune with the music and you know what's happening where, it's like, okay, like, damn, this is actually like, what's up? Because like, I think for me, what's crazy, it's like, even when you think about like the keys, you know, a lot of people like, depending on how people DJ, right? Like some people use like alphanumeric, other people like use classical. I just felt like, I don't know, when I changed it to like the classical notation, I don't know, I felt like I was like, damn, because I also did music theory. So I was like, oh, shit.
There's that part too.
Yeah.
That a lot of people don't take into account, that you are like at least classically trained in music.
Yeah.
And how much help have you found that gave you while like DJing?
Monumental. Because when you understand, like of course like everyone can, I think like when you look at like musical theory, especially with like pitch and tone, many people would like look at that and talk about emotions, right? Like, oh, this song makes me feel happy, it makes me feel really sad, or it makes me feel like elated. The keys describe that feeling and that emotion. When you feel like, oh, this yearning, breaking song, that's most likely a song in F minor, in C minor, or in G minor. You know instantly like those are the keys. So when you're like looking at a crowd and you're like, shit, you know, because in a set you also need to tell a story.
Absolutely, that's me all the time. I'm trying to do that.
You see, so you know, so when you're telling a story, it needs to be like, oh, it can't be just all the time. No. You should have those moments where it oozes in, have people crying.
Can't it be?
It can. Don't get me wrong. It needs to be like this track right now. You see, this track is like, it's got to. You need that. That's fully what you need sometimes. But sometimes in a set, like you need to drop like an emotional song. A song that where people are gonna like, you know, it's that point in the night. Maybe if the men them are lucky, they have a pie next to them.
Hey.
You see now. So now it's time for you to pull a 1-2, a quick 1-2. Okay, let's take it down a little bit, low tempo. Then bring it up back again so that it comes in with the fire. And that's what like the keys and like, of course, tempo in house music is also an important aspect, but for me, it's like the keys and the emotion and the feeling that they evoke that I think like music theory has like helped me the most. So yeah, telling a story in a set, that I feel like that's one thing that I feel like is actually like the most like rewarding thing, because I feel like a lot of people don't, like many musicians, I feel like they don't rate DJs.
Which musicians are you calling out right now?
No, I'm not calling out anybody.
No, we need to name names. That's why we're here. We are not here to tiptoe around the issue. Like my boy Idris Lawal said, I pull off, I don't tiptoe. I need you to pull up right now. I need you to pull up with your chest, with your full chest.
No, I feel like some people like don't rate it. Like in the sense that like, you know,
the art.
They don't rate the art. They think, and it's like a shame, right? Because a lot of the time when you DJ, you're in like clubs and some people have their own connotations about a club. You know what I'm saying? It's like, or you know. And so I feel like many people don't rate it, but there's a certain art that comes with listening to a set that tells a story. Like, and it's like, you'd be sitting there and you'd be like, damn, this guy dropped this song and it made me feel this way. And it's like, oh shit, like that for me is like the ultimate goal. It's like somebody who doesn't know like that, like any track, and he was just like, I felt something. If you felt something, it means job's done. It don't matter. Everything else can wait.
I wanted to ask you a very pertinent question.
What?
How do you feel about, because you mentioned the man them with the pies, with the things.
Yeah.
At the function.
At the function.
How do you feel about the man them catching wines while playing electronic music?
What do you mean?
What are your thoughts on this?
Catching wines as in, like...
Come on, dog. You should be able to catch my drift here.
What? You mean the people who are spinning?
No. The audience.
Oh, you mean like that?
We're in Toronto though. We're in the 6. So how do you feel about the man them catching wines while we're trying to play some deep, soulful electronic music? So, you know, right from the motherland.
Gosh, bruh. I mean, kudos to them. Kudos to them. They did the thing. They fully did the thing.
They were fully active.
They were fully active.
Operational.
Yeah, they were fully operational. Yeah, bro.
Because part of the reason why, like, I'm not a prude, not by any sense of the word, but I kind of liked the hands-off nature of electronic music spaces where it's a relationship between
you and the music. That's true.
Right? So I love a good wine, you know, in the right environment.
But wait, let me ask you a question. So with that, right? You have people who are dropping like they're dropping acapellas on tracks, ne? And you know, bro, if you're dropping a dance hall acapella, what does that? What are the men
supposed to do?
Yeah, you see it now.
So it's my fault.
Well, confusing them.
So you're not saying it's not my fault.
No, I'm not.
DJ's fault.
It's the DJ's fault. I'm catching wine. You're dropping an acapella.
It reminds me of anything that I remember. I should just drop it in the set right now. Just be like, you know that remix or the edit that I did of Get Busy and Shake Shake.
Yeah.
I mean, it's appropriate. It's like shake shake, shake that thing.
Carol would be proud.
Very like. I used to think of myself as the king of blends. Sorry to the actual king of blends. I know you're out there. I see you doing your thing. You're a big boy. You know, no disrespect to you. And you know, while I'm giving props, you know, give props to Sudini. Sudini is like it's like one of the queen of blends.
Crazy.
Yeah, she be blending things. Salute. I'll get you on the show soon. Let's come and discuss this. We'll battle it out for the title.
Imagine, you guys won't be, if you guys do that, you guys won't be talking, you'll just be spinning track for track.
We'll go track for track. Band for band.
We can go M for M.
So, you recently moved to San Francisco. I need you to do a compare and contrast. They complain about the scene in Toronto. People there are not dancing, the club scene is whack. Tell us, now that you have some outside perspective from San Fran, tell us something, you know, big up Toronto a little bit.
Yo, you never know you have a good thing until it's gone.
That's
never, like, that is probably the realest piece of, like, advice. Because, of course, like, this city, like, I was here for 4 years. I saw, 4 years. And I've seen, like, the highs, the lows, like, dark winters, like, insane summers, you know, everything. And I think the most important thing about this city is the diversity in the people that it attracts. And it's that diversity that allows like certain things to flourish and to fly.
Okay.
Essentially. Like for example, in San Francisco, in the Bay Area, there are not that many like Southern African people. The scene there is like a whole lot more different. Like you can't have certain artists because like, right, it doesn't make financial sense to bring them over and pay them to come and like play. So, you know, being in a city where you have a lot of people from all over the world who are on top of that open to trying new things, I think is like such a beautiful thing about this city. And like, of course, like this place ain't perfect. Like, there's always gonna be something that we can be like, nah, like we could improve here, we could do better here and all of that. But
what's one of those things
that we could improve on?
Yes.
I think we need to like, although like Toronto is like diverse and everything, I find that people still manage to stay in their clusters a little bit. Right? Like if you look at like thingy, there's like, oh, there's Greektown, oh, there's Chinatown, and like of course like there's cross-pollination in between, but I wish it could be like a lot more like unified. And I feel like this city is, yes, it's like unique and special, but I feel like we're trying to, like everyone says, oh yeah, Toronto, like people come up and like, oh, Toronto's just like a cleaner New York. I don't want people to say that. People should just say like, Toronto's Toronto. You know what I'm saying? Toronto needs to have
Toronto's Toronto.
Exactly, Toronto is Toronto.
You heard it here first, Toronto's Toronto.
You can't, like stop the New York comparisons. Like,
yeah, I've been to New York, and I guess because I spent most of the time I've spent in any metropolitan city, it's been in Toronto. And Toronto is just a newer city.
yeah,
So whenever I go to one of the older cities,
yeah,
I get this like, why is everything so old, man? Like, I don't like that.
yeah,
So I would like a Dubai.
yeah.
I like a Chinese, a lot of the Chinese cities
like-
or Japanese cities, because things feel
Yeah,
they feel fresh.
Yeah.
They feel like advanced.
Yeah.
That's my vibe.
Bro.
As opposed to like that old
Like feeling.
royalty feeling, you know?
Yeah, and it's like grungy, right? Like it's definitely like not cute. Like, you know, like it's like when you go into like a big old city, it's like you feel that shit. You're like, damn, like we're here. Yeah, nah. But bro, like I'm not gonna lie, bro, like the world, bro, like imagine like what's the name of this place? Like Korea's that type, like Seoul is like a nice modern city. And like the crowd and the scene out there, like there's like a collective which I met when I was there who are also pushing sound. They're insane. They're like super good. And it's like you're talking about that nice modern city, and like that's what Seoul is. That's fully what Seoul is.
Yeah, I fully intend to go there
You should go.
one of these days. Sheesh.
Ish. Are. Oh. Dun.
This is a good time to just like
Yeah.
get into the into the blend.
No, it's time.
And what I want you to play, I want you to play something. Think of this question. What is one song that before you started DJing, you just had in your mind that like, once I get into this is what I want to drop. This track right here. I just want people to feel it. What's one track?
Before I started.
Before you start, like you had it in your mind, like once I get to this DJ thing, I want to be able to drop this track.
Let me hear. Where's the other USB? There's a second USB that it's sitting in there. It's sitting. Okay, let me find. It should be in
There's gotta be one track. There's gotta be one track that you can just pull out of this USB.
Yeah. No, I found it. There we go.
Okay, so that's what's dropping next.
That's what's dropping next.
Okay.
Fully so like as I said, like I'm an emotional, like I'm not emotional. I don't cry every day, although it's fine to cry, like, you know, like
It's okay to cry whenever you need to cry.
And you need to cry. But like this track, for me, like when you're talking about like, yo, I wanna drop this shit. Like, yeah, I think it's this track. It's like it's properly that track. Yeah.
For me, I have something in my mind.
Which yeah.
I won't say it yet. I'll tell you later. In the meantime, I want to ask another question. Top 3 DJs, if you have one.
Gosh. Okay. Well, in no particular order, because it's hard. Like it's always changing, man.
Yeah.
Shimza. 1. Like I watch that man's sets every single time, and like you're talking about like, oh, you know, bro, you said like when you have something in your mind, you're like, shit. Like you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, okay, let me actually like put this down, pen to paper, make sure it comes out, and like I get it out. Like there'd be moments where I'd watch a set, watch what he did, and like go back and say, I literally would be like, what did he do? I go to like my controller and try the exact same thing and try and like perfect it. Like, I was like, yeah, he's definitely like insane in his ability to crowd control. Because at the end of the day, that's what a good DJ is.
Absolutely.
Somebody who grasps the crowd and almost is like a navigator. Says, okay, we're gonna go.
Taking them on that journey.
It's like, yeah, I'm like, oh, the 2 path, yeah, let's go down here. You'll see a little bit of this. We'll go around. And then it's like, oh yeah, you come back. Like an amazing tour guide who has jokes and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Number 2.
Not number 2. Definitely Cairo.
He's top 3, but he's not 2.
He's top 3, but yeah. Cairo dropped this Descendants set, which at the time, I was just starting. Like it was,
The Descendants as an event
in New York.
Started.
Yeah. They just started and they dropped his set on Apple Music. And like at the time I had Spotify and Apple Music. I was like, oh damn, like this thing. I'm like, okay, let me drop this. And I was like, I was just like everything that like I started to like base how I DJ and do everything on. Like I look to Shimza for like, oh, how do I push myself forward? I look to Cairo as like, how am I starting off? Like they're like the 2 bridging like connections, like where I want to see myself and where it started off essentially.
At least I feel like you're better than a lot of people. Like you didn't go all the way to Black Coffee. Like, okay, Black Coffee. Oh
no. Like
bad boy.
No, Black Coffee is a dope. Like he's a dope DJ. But it's just like, bro, these two guys that I've stated are bad men. Like bad men, like certified.
All right, give me number 3. Number 3, but not number 3.
Number 3, but not number 3.
Yeah.
As Martin says, the educator, the teacher. So you're talking about the person I'm looking to go to, the person I base my style off of, and the person who taught. So it's a triple threat.
Listen.
Yo, we need a Shimza, Cairo, Martin says B3B going on.
Listen.
Let's organize.
This is what they call premium washing. Have you ever been washed, rinsed, and dried? Wash, rinse, dry, like spin cycle. In the washing machine, professional right here.
Me.
That washing, but I'll take it. It's not like I don't accept it wholeheartedly. I'll take it. But that right here, students, is what we call washing. I have been washed, rinsed, and dried. Dry clean. But I appreciate it though. I appreciate it.
Oh my days.
I appreciate it. So now, can you tell us about this track? This was the track you promised to drop.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man. What a song, bro. So I was in the lab. I was in the lab like fully. When? It was summer 2023. Yeah. And I was doing photos for TK Smooth, another DJ.
Shout out
TK Smooth. Yo, real talk, TK. I shot like I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be a DJ low key if it wasn't for TK, because TK put me in contact with you.
Yes.
One.
Through Anoa.
Through Anoa, like, and then on top of that, like, there was the July. Well, I'm talking about Cairo again. Funnily enough, this is his remix. So TK, everything. Like, I owe that man like a lot. He did a lot. So every day, like every weekend, I remember it was one weekend where the guys at Excuse My French were holding that item. What's it called? That event that they threw at the morning after.
Oh yes, I remember, but I don't remember the name.
The name of the event, but they. So I'm like, TK sent me a flyer and he was like, yo, pull up, and I was just starting out with my photographer and I said, yo, let me come shoot for you. Let me fully come shoot for you. Like anything, and it just sort of rolled and spiraled from there. And then he brought me to that Cairo night at Saluna, where it wasn't the first night, it was the second night in the summer where he played before him. And like
I was there that night.
You probably were there, yeah.
Yes.
I met like so many people that night. I met like Matt, Ad Audio, another guy who's like crazy, like vinyl DJ as well. Bro. And I remember like just being like, what the? Like crowd was booming. Like, though that day, the photos are from that day, I was like, jeepers, like there was like so much going on. It was like insane. I don't think I've ever seen Saluna that like
that packed and bumping.
That bumping like for another like year or two. I had like that. From that moment I was like, nah, like, and you know what that showed me? It showed me that like, you know, a lot of the times like in certain spaces and stuff, and I know I'm like rambling because I want to like go back to like this song and when I first heard it, but like it showed me that like, you know, you're in certain spaces and sometimes like, you know, like for example in San Francisco, I'm like the only Black Southern African like DJ out there, right? And you're going in spaces where there are not many people like you, right? Because like we're all the way halfway across the world where our like my people are, right? Like I'm not expecting there to be many of us. So seeing like that guy do that, I was just like, nah, that's tough. I was like, you know, and it just like adds more motivation. But to get back, the first time I heard this track, I was in the lab, like doing chemistry, like, and it was this, you know, the black coffee set for my dear friend V, the one he dedicated to Virgil Abloh.
I have not heard it, but I've heard about it.
Yeah, he did that on what's it called? He did that set, and it was like he played this exact song, and I was like, nah, crazy track. Like if there's any song where I thought like, yeah, when I spin, I need to drop a track like this, like just like ease and you know, passion in the track and everything. So I was just like, nah, I need this is what we need. We need this type of vibe. We need that type of vibe. So yeah,
that's the story, and I'm loving the track so far. I've probably heard this track several times, but
yeah,
just sitting down and listening to it in this space is a different feeling. Yeah. Having time to hear the context behind why somebody would like a specific song.
Yeah, and you know what? I met Karen. We went out like a little bit for like after his set when he played with Mujo here. You know, he was just chilling, and I was like, yeah, bro, like this is like a tune. And he was like, you know, although like to be fair at the time, he was like, I don't know, I don't think he took offense, but I was just more of like, he was like, you know, but this is like a remix, you know, like it's not like, it's not his track, but I don't know, man. Like, if you have the project open up on your DAW, whether you use Fruity, Ableton, whatever, it's still a tune, man. It's still a tune. Yeah.
So this is where I would point out that you and I actually have very similar tastes in music, because for me, the equivalent of that song I wanted to play once I started DJing was one of Cairo's remixes. And that track was
This is
Kufula,
tune.
Cairo's Obea remix.
Is old track. This is an Aluku. This is on Aluku. And if you look at, like, you know how sometimes like record labels will have like a compilation like album. On this compilation album that Aluku did, released 2018, Dakapu was on it, FKA Mash, like a bunch of names who are like now staples, and they're all on this track, and they're probably like, this is like 2018, they're probably like still like starting out. And it's like, what the hell? Like, these guys had the juice. Like, how the hell how are you able to like scout all of those different folk? Like, it's insane.
You know the things, you know the
this is a tune.
We can go band for band.
We can go M for dog. That's on God. This Are.
We're gonna let the song play, and then we're gonna come back with the next question. Let's mess with this one a little bit.
You know.
Speaking of three-step.
Yeah. Three-step here? One track and then three-step. Or do you want to just have the three-step?
One track and
yeah, one track and then three-step.
So that at the end, you sort of like introduce it a little bit, you know?
Yeah,
just flow into it.
What, do you know the same?
Nope. Before the drop, eh?
Yes.
Nah.
It's important.
It goes stupid. So shout out Cairo for that track. Cairo, Callum, Infinite Souls, sick track.
Dope. Tune.
Atang, where are you taking us to next?
We're going tech. a little bit more tech. Just bring us into it.
This is a nice afternoon, eh?
It's actually,
You're already going hard. Huh?
yeah, we need to.
We always need to.
You know what must can happen now. You know what must can happen, dog. We're preparing for tonight, huh? Tonight actually is a big.
We can't be dating this thing, man.
Huh?
We can't be dating this thing.
No.
We can't be letting them know where we are, when we exist.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Nothing's happening tonight actually. Forget I said it. Nothing's going on.
Don't worry, there's always tonight, the night where you're watching this, something's
going on, and you should probably check our socials.
You should probably go to Atang
The Atang
BW and see what's going
on
tonight.
Because it's a special night, regardless.
It's a special night. It's always going on. You know? And come to Martin Sass and just check it out.
Yeah, something's going on. Something's happening now.
You actually know that song too.
Now I know it. I didn't know it before.
You didn't know it before, but now you know it.
I was like,
that was a song by Poporoko.
Yes.
That was recently.
Yes, you on tour with them. That's a.
And every time that song would come on, I'd run to the back of the stage and be like, something's going on, something's happening now. So give us something's definitely happening here. I see some Kitty and more coming on. Come on, cook it. Hey.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I see you still have it.
Huh?
One of my tips in the last episode was DJs need to perfect their beat matching, and that's one of my tips.
Yeah.
It's that you always have to maintain a count in your head.
Yeah.
It becomes like second nature.
Yeah, you need to, and especially I think it's also important when you're like beta being, for example, to like say like a moment like that where someone is switching the bases, like someone needs to take control and like count so that everyone knows like what's going on.
Yeah,
essentially.
So people always ask me like, how do you always know what you're doing when you're playing with somebody else? It's because most people that I played with, I've explained this thing to them a few times and we're counting. We both know we're counting, so we know when it's time to do something. You can sense a drop.
Yeah.
You can sense a breakdown coming, and then you just count up to it, and like everything is just working in tandem, in sync.
Yeah, 100%.
Without the sync button.
Can you imagine?
Come on. I love that. I love what you did there. Let's talk about something.
What?
The effects chain.
Right.
While DJing. Have you developed a method, a pattern, like situational awareness of when you use it versus when you don't?
You need to use an effect to emphasize something. So for example, right, if we're here, like there's a part in the song where like you're in between phrases and there's like the next phrase is where like the bass really starts to kick in. If you throw in an echo, like start from like an eighth to a quarter and then go to a half and then drop it in, you're trying to emphasize that drop so that you're almost creating a mini drop within like you're creating a mini drop within the song itself, essentially.
And sorry, for the non-DJs, can you please just like give a description of what a phrase is?
Okay, a phrase is essentially like around 16 bars. So house music, it's mostly in 4/4. Well, it's always in 4/4 actually. There's like some subgenres which are different, I'm sure, but basically it's in common time, so it's 4 on the floor. So you're always gonna count like 1, 2, and then within 4 beats, or within a bar, there's 4 beats and there's 16 beats in that phrase. So usually what will happen is that when you're listening to a song, you'll hear the kick, And then in some tracks, most tracks, the last 2 beats or the last 2 bars, you won't hear the kick there. And that's introducing the next phrase. And typically you build in house music, right? You start off with like your drums and your beats, then you add in your groove, then you add in some more flour, then there's the breakdown, then afterwards you come back in again. And like you come in with like the breakdown and then the big drop. So typically in a track, there are 2 drops. There's the mini one, like a small one, and then the big one. So that's basically what the phrase is. So even then, like when you think about like the effects chain, say one thing I like, right? Because I'm like big into lyrics, is like what I'll do is if I know like the lyrics are very like prominent, you go a quarter, so you'll hear like the echo, and you kill the lows, and you have the highs and the mids, and that's where your vocal range is. So you emphasize, like, I don't want you to think about the beat, I want you to think about like what this person is saying. And then what do? You bring back the bass again. So it's like all about...
Professor.
Yeah, but it's all about like, you need to know your tracks.
Facts.
You fully need to know your music. You could not just drop a track and then suddenly know what's going on. That's why when you're B2B with somebody, if you are, you need to ask them like, yo, what goes on in this song if you don't know it, right? You'll be like, yo, what's going on? It doesn't have any lyrics, so that you know like, oh, you wanna bring it in, because it needs to be a smooth transition. Can't be anything it needs to be, you need to navigate, you need to swim through it.
And I'm just gonna say, if you are a DJ, at least an electronic music DJ, and you didn't know what phrase was, well, you've learned something today, right?
Exactly.
So everyone needs to study, everyone needs to, up their knowledge.
Yeah.
And this track right here,
That's playing.
tell me about it.
Kitty Amore. This is the second Kitty track we've played today. Huh?
We're just rinsing.
We're just rinsing now. It's released on Mahaba. I think it's like a pretty good release of hers, man. Like, it's insane. I don't know what else to say. It's like a really nice Afro tech track. Man. It's like it's a tough man track. It's a bad man track. Kitty is definitely with the culture. She knows what's up. She played Kunye, and a friend went. That's a dream of mine, actually, to play at Kunye. I was about to say dream was to go and see a Kunye set. Dream is to play Kunye. It's either actually.
Now our goals, we have lofty goals now.
Yeah.
We don't just want to go to places. I personally have this thing where most of the places that I've seen before where like, oh, this looks nice, I don't just want to go there. Like, I need to be invited there. I need to be like, I need to have a reason to be there. Like, that's where my thirst has gotten to now. I don't just long to just be there, just to observe and see. No, I feel like I belong in these spaces.
Yeah.
Do you remember this one? That's so. Whenever I hear a lot of these tracks, it reminds me of like old school, like the stuff that our man Black Coffee did in those days.
In those days,
everyone just wanted to be that guy. The Black Coffee effect. You know what I feel like talking about today.
What do you feel like talking about?
Guys, don't get this twisted. I don't think of myself as a hater, but why do abled people use one? Shouldn't have laughed as loud as you did on that one, bro. Let's talk about
I actually can't. I can't believe you said that.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on this?
No, bro. It's like he has one hand. He fully has one hand. He fully has to. Like, he fully. You know what? What did somebody say? cheat, don't copy. Or you know that saying that Picasso said or some shit like that?
Picasso?
Yeah, Picasso said a saying, like he was like, basically, don't, like, you should, like if you copy, if I just look at you and do what you do, I'm copying you and I'm not being like creative. I'm not being
Exactly. Be creative. Don't just copy.
Yeah.
You know?
So it's like, yeah, you and like if you get like what they said as well. Like there's another saying where it's like if you get multiple sources of inspiration, that's like multiple sources of like you copy from multiple people. That's like grabbing inspiration. Like yeah, you're getting multiple like streams of inspiration essentially, and you are like inherently building yourself as a person. So now people who are just watching Coffee play and they just do Coffee antics, you're not helping yourself because the man already has his own technique and style. So now you want to take the fact that, you know, everyone, like people's styles and ways how they DJ and do everything in life is motivated by their experiences,
Their circumstances.
and their circumstances. He has one hand, so he does certain things that allow him to
Do his best work.
do his best work. Now you hear a fully capable person who is not even playing life on like he's handicapped, like he's fully like.
So by the way, his IG handle is DJ Atang
VW.
VW. So any thoughts, concerns, feelings should be.
Hit
I'm
me
just the host.
Yeah.
I'm just the host / instigator. You want to find me outside, I can probably take you. So I'm not even worried.
No man, like you're fully. No, like let go, like.
Come on, man.
Come on.
Man said you both of them.
Yeah, bruh. Like.
No, but like the one, all I had to say was like, can you pass me that fan?
Which fan? This one. Here you go.
Now dance, baby.
Master.
No, you know, I'm not gonna lie. I have, I have done this before.
Hey,
But I was holding something. I had to have been holding something. Yeah.
are you sure?
No, because
It's okay, it's okay.
No.
The man is a legend. The man is a legend. Everyone, you can be put this way. Everyone, feel free. I was just saying. You all know that it's an actual thing, right? They made that shit just for him. Did anyone use that before him to DJ?
I don't think
Was
so.
it a thing?
I don't think it was a thing. But personally, I'm not gonna lie, the one like thingy, I think it looks dope at times. Like, you know, like, because like people will be like, oh, why? You know, it's like, it's different. But maybe that's like also like SA culture. Like, for me, it's like, oh, it looks cool. So that's like why I guess I have one. I also have one. I actually have one because
This is why I brought it up. Because you're one of them.
I've been caught.
Do you know what it also reminds me of?
What does it remind you of?
Does the name Hitachi, does the brand name Hitachi mean anything to you?
No.
There is another big instrument that's some of our sisters carry around.
Which one?
It's I think it was originally a back massager. It's a big tool. It looks like the handle of that headphone. Then the head, it has like a head like this. It vibrates.
Okay.
Yes, and it's like a
back massage.
back / muscle. Like you use it to adjust your muscles.
Oh.
And now it's used to adjust other things. So whenever I see
People.
it reminds me just like a little color, just a colorway. Like usually the Hitachi one is like, I need to look that up.
Search it up.
I need to look it up and tell you the exact model. Hitachi. I believe this is images. This one.
That looks like something else, bruh.
No, but that's the one. That's
That's the one.
that's the one.
So
Right
people
there.
do be
It's a handheld magic wand.
massager.
Yes.
Oh my days. So
So-
then that reminds you of this.
Yeah. When we see the big handle,
That's true. No, okay.
so I'm like,
As I said, what did I say? I said multiple sources of inspiration help fuel your style. Okay, I'm gonna defend myself over here. I don't use one hand to DJ, so you know the less of two evils. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, but anyway.
but you have been.
But I've taken the only thing I've taken holding one,
Magic wand
the magic wand.
for DJing.
You know it.
I'm totally going to look for a picture of you holding.
No, I don't. I think I do this if I'm queuing and I know, okay, it's done. The only way I've ever done this is if I was holding something in my hand.
What could you possibly do?
Oh, you know what it could be? What could it be that I need my two other hands so I'm doing this?
Maybe you're using the two other hands for this.
Oh, and I'm like this. No.
Because that's the only other thing like your hands would be doing, you know?
That's true. What? I'm trying to remember, like, where would I have ever used that? I'm trying to think. Maybe I'm like jogging and like, I don't know. Maybe I'm jogging and like
have the headphones. The headphones, they stick, eh?
Huh?
They hold, like you put them on your
Yeah. So
or you can be like, you know, you can be like City Uncle and Ano and
just have them
get the in-ears. Like,
yeah.
by the way, these are like from the plane.
Oh, WestJet?
No, I was on KLM, I believe.
Ah, you're from Amsterdam. Oh shit.
Yeah.
How was Amsterdam, my boy?
Amsterdam was interesting. It's one of those old cities that, you know, I despise. You know how much walking I had to do while I was there?
What?
Yeah, because of the amount of walking, I had to get new shoes because my boots were not they were not feasible for the amount of walking I had to do. And then though they bike a lot, they don't have the same city bike system
Yeah. No, I've been. Yeah.
we do in Toronto, where you can just like hop on and off and just
And
like
go. Everyone has their own bike.
everyone has their own bicycle. So I'm there, like, you know, I gotta catch the bus, gotta catch the trams, and you gotta walk distances to get between like stations.
Yeah.
Even when after I figured that out.
Yeah.
So the beginning was a little bit tumultuous,
Yeah.
but after you get used to it, it's like, okay, sure.
It's like, this is dope.
Because I had to get around the city, you know.
Yeah, you have to be. You have to.
I was outside.
You're outside.
I
Yeah.
had to make the best of the opportunity.
Amsterdam's such a nice city.
So-
I love that place.
This could also be like filtered by the glasses of we were at ADE, and ADE is like it's like coming to Toronto during Caribana.
Oh, is it that packed?
It's like there's a lot going on.
And a lot of
So,
people.
there's things, you know. Only thing that I'll shit on absolutely is the fact that they don't have as much food selections as we do here. Toronto, goated for
It's
that.
the diversity.
And you can get it anytime. There, once it's like past
8.
like, you know, you can still find stuff to eat by 8 p.m. The Korean spots held us down.
Oh, nice.
But like after like midnight, like 11 to midnight, you're out of options.
It's only McDonald's.
McDonald's, or you want to get like a doner or something like that.
Yeah.
From
Like the fuck. I'm trying to remember the word. The word in German is
Mediterranean.
Imbiss, like
or-
like the place.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's all you have after like certain times. So are we giving them something like this?
Yeah, something a lot more cute.
we playing this one tonight?
We always play it every night, right?
Every night.
Because there's always something
Pinky and the brain. What are we doing tonight?
Yeah,
Taking over the world.
exactly. That's how we're gonna do it. No, we're always gonna play this song normally, right?
Normally. Now, after like, I'm gonna let them listen to this song.
Yeah, it needs to marinate. Let it marinate.
It needs to cook. It needs to cook. Because this is our girl. This is a girl. Show me that you understand.
Go. You know, Banco always does that. Like that's like his thing.
The little.
You hear it in like Keladi, in Hoya, like it's always there. And it's like oh, and then you fully know,
This is a Vanco.
This is a Vanco track that you're playing right now. There's this unreleased one that he has, and I'm trying to remember what it's called. But I heard it and I was like, yeah, that's it.
And you have it already?
No, I don't have it. I just it's like you just see a video and you hear it, and like, you know, sometimes artists will be like, oh, ID, but like if you have the ear and you know what's up, you're like, this I've heard this before somewhere, right? Because it's all about finding your style and knowing what you want to play and all of that.
Make me water. This is the part where we shut off the DJ.
Exactly.
Make me lose my breath. Make me water. Make me sweat. I think we're gonna end it on this track.
You scheme.
That scheme. It's perfect.
Perfect goodbye.
Yeah.
But we need to play our 3-step track.
One more track?
One more track.
Okay, which 3-step track are you trying to play?
How? I'll find it.
Do you know who else ended their set on this track?
Who?
Seth Combo. Had a freak like me.
Wow.
This was his last track.
Wow.
Speaking of, I don't know, by the time this drops, that set will probably be out. So go check it out on YouTube.
Go check it out on YouTube. Crazy set.
Crazy set.
Edited by Top Geo.
That's not even, that's irrelevant to the point. We're talking Seth Combo here.
That's true. Seth Combo.
Man like Seth. Playboy Seth.
Bad man Seth.
Sorry, bro. He does not like that name.
What?
Playboy Seth.
Playboy Seth? How did you get that?
When in Toronto, you know?
They're saying it like that now.
When in Toronto. I personally coined it.
And then...
Another question.
Yeah.
When is the expiry for this, for water?
When is the expiry?
When do they have to stop? When do these DJs have to be stopped?
This summer.
Like 2025?
2020, like before the summer starts. Like, I
need to,
let's, you know, that was the moment. She already has other tracks. Like, let's play her other tracks. Yeah. Because it's becoming, it's slightly getting out of hand. I think like, because this is like the second year, eh? But hey, when it slaps, but I think.
This is a PSA from myself at Shut Up and DJ. After April, you're gonna get a whip. If I hear water in your set, you get a.
Oh my days.
Said Atang has set the
precedent.
Set the cutoff point. We're still early, we're still in January here. We're at the beginning of the year. So, take it easy out there, you know. Go check What are some other songs by Tyler you'd recommend?
The one with Ghana.
Jump?
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good one, actually.
Jump, 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 jump.
Yeah.
Aibo! That's all I remember about that one. Jump, jump, jump.
Oh,
Jump, jump, jump.
or the other one. I never had a name like Georgia.
Is that the same song?
Is it the same one?
Yeah, they ain't never had a girl from Drew, but that's what they deserve.
Yes, it's that one. Sorry, yes, it's Jump. Sorry.
Jump. So at least I know something about I know some Tyler songs. And that was from my stint at Omopiano,
Is that so?
Of genre blending.
Of blending.
At Omopiano.
You're playing for crazy crowds.
It wasn't too bad. Like
I liked that moment, bro. Omopiano was like crazy, bro.
Omopiano were able to like go places.
Oh, it was
like everything I do. It wasn't overly restrictive. It wasn't overly. I wouldn't say it was overly restrictive. Like we as DJs were able to like at least put some signature on it.
Yeah.
Though some parts of it were about the audience, they came there to hear like Amapiano or Afrobeats.
Yeah.
I made it my job as a curator to like bring DJs that could deliver those sounds
and add in their own little spice,
add in their flair.
Because like they're different. You had like different people. Like you had like the Amapiano like
warriors,
like Hangel, Mo, Jelly, all of them. And then you had like
the
Afrobeats, like
shout out Steez.
Dog, Steez, oh my days. Steez, Uncles, Ore, Adiola, all just bad men. When they're there, you're not gonna miss out. You're getting something. Damager as well made it his, like...
Damager was named the #1 DJ in Canada.
That's crazy.
By ChatGPT.
Mad. Shout out Fusi Hype.
Shout out Fusi.
Shout out Fusi for that one. He said it's not me now. I'm not.
ChatGPT has done this thing, and I fully agree with that assessment.
That's on God.
On God. Don't get it twisted.
I saw that and I was like, damn, that's crazy.
Don't get it twisted. Don't worry, what we should make ChatGPT answer now?
What?
Is top electronic DJs in Toronto.
Or in Canada. There are not that many. No, in Canada
Canada, no, you have like, people like A-Track.
Yeah.
Come up.
Or like, I don't know if I've never heard
K-Tronada.
Is he good? Is he a good DJ?
You expect me to answer that question?
No, I just don't know. I mean, he has to be good because he produces, but like, you know what I'm saying, bruh? Like, does he?
I thought you were trying to set me up.
No. Because I've never heard him. I never heard him play.
Guys, is K-Tronada a good DJ? We're just gonna end it there.
Because like, there's a difference between like good DJ and like amazing producer. We know he's got the juice. He's a bad producer.
Like before he became known for his production.
You know what? I'm talking out of my ass.
Yeah.
I fully am talking out of my ass. Because I just remembered that Boiler Room set.
Yeah, the reason why we all know him in the first place.
Forget I even asked. Might be. He's verified. Je suis désolé.
So, we're ending it on this note.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful note.
Beautiful. Professor, Heavy K, same thing Soweto.
And look who's on there.
Taxa.
Till February 14th. I'm gonna keep reminding you guys that Taxon
is on his way.
He's on his way. He's literally on the road right now. On his bicycle.
He's on his bicycle.
Right here.
SA.
All the way to Toronto to come and perform for you.
He's literally on a ferry right now as we speak.
So with the bicycle.
And he's gonna dock in New York and cycle all the way
to Toronto. On February 14th. So if you love
the day of love.
If you love because 3-step is the perfect combination of Amapiano and Afro House.
It's the baby.
Right? It's like if they and then they had a child.
That's 3-step.
That's 3-step. So you're listening to it right now, and I know a lot of you I've gotten like used to them piano sounds. You also know some Afro house. You know, you hear it at places like Soluna, Coda, Electric Island, at a freak like me. But now we're bringing it all together. We're bringing Paxson, and we have a bunch of your favorite, you know, DJs from the city.
Zohla.
We've got
Kevin Prince.
We've got
Donny C.
And myself, Razak El Toro, the city uncle.
Of course.
We're all gonna be there. So don't waste time. Just
get your tickets.
go to a freak like
You don't want to be there tomorrow saying I wish I was.
Exactly, and the price goes up, you know. But either way, hit us up. We got you. We got you covered. It's gonna be a great night.
It's gonna be proper.
All right, don't sleep. On that note, this has been Shut Up and DJ.
Right.
With Atang, the man from Gaborone.
Yeah, indeed.
BW.
It's important.
Very important.
Just a shy, humble boy from the Republic of Botswana. You know what I'm saying now.